Hello everybody, welcome to the 30th BoobTube review. That is right, we are up to 30 reviews now, and I just want to say that it's been a pretty wacky roller coaster up and down these last couple of years. And for every 10th review I do, I always like to do something special. And what better way to mark this special occasion than a Patreon request? That is right, I still do Patreon requests for the right price. And if you guys happen to check out my Patreon page, you'll see a whole wide variety of selections, reward tiers, and a few other things. It took me a while, but I am going to be releasing a few videos that will be exclusive only for patrons in the next couple of months, as well as accept any and all YouTube and short film requests out there. And if you guys don't want to support me, that I fully understand. Times are tough all around still, but things with the YouTube apocalypse going on right now and everything else, it's always best to get the word out about your Patreon page or wherever else that content creators do. And it's usually greatly appreciated to support your fellow content creators and internet YouTubers. Alright, so with that said, let's get on with our 30th review, Slingshot. This short digital series is from the YouTube show Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D., which revolves around one of their supporting characters, Agent Yelena Yo-Yo Rodriguez, in which this revolves around a mission that she embarks on before the events in Season 4. And in case you guys are wondering, this show is a bit of a mixed bag for me. Yes, it does take place within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they never really appear in any of the movies whatsoever, or the Netflix shows, or any of the other web shows that are scheduled to come out. Nor do they ever interact with any of the A-list superheroes. Hell, the closest thing we ever get is them mentioning a previous event that happened in the last Marvel movie, or something along the lines of like this.
Iron Man just flew by.
Oh, can I see?
You know what? Just take my word for it.
However, I will give them credit that they do show off a whole lot of B, C, and D-list characters on the show. One of those times just so happens to be Yo-Yo herself. Originally created in 2008 as part of the Secret Warriors comic book run, which is a team of superpowered agents that are descendants of past Marvel heroes and villains. Yo-Yo's powers make her run at superhuman speed, then bounces back to the point where she began. She went on various missions with the team, from the Secret Invasion storyline to other S.h.i.e.L.D. Ops missions. That is until both her arms were severed by Gorgon, to which she was temporarily unable to remain active with the team. However, both her arms were later replaced with prosthetics, and she returns to active duty. Wow, that is a pretty interesting run for that character. No pun intended. Anywho, let's bounce into this series, which I had no idea existed up until now. This is Slingshot. Yelena meets up with Daisy privately as the two discuss a secret mission they shared around the time Daisy went AWOL at the end of Season 3. They both want to get their stories straight as we get a flashback. Phil Coulson appears as the two have a chat about how she doesn't like the new director taking charge.
I thought America was all about freedom. When I use my powers, it should be my choice.
Yeah, not under this man's America, I can tell you that much. Coulson advises Yelena to trust Director Mace as she is currently looking for Victor Ramon, the guy who killed her cousin in Season 3. Director Mace meets up with Yelena in order for her to sign the Sokovia Accords. As she signs it and gets the full agency package, Yelena informs Mace about Ramon, who tells her that under the Sokovia Accords, she has to follow a certain procedure before going after the arms dealer. Yelena gets upset and is escorted out of the office, but not before doing the old 5-finger discount.
Yoink.
Smooth, Yo-Yo. Real smooth. So Yelena sneaks into the S.h.i.e.L.D. laboratory using Director Mace's security clearance in order to access the last known location of Ramon. As the S.h.i.e.L.D. database locates him, Fitz and Simmons appear as they discuss Bridget, which is a television?
It's a television and would consume over half our bedroom. I mean, what if it fell over? We'd be dead.
Wow, that is some amazing exposition you got going on there. I like these two better off when they were just flirting. So after getting a new high-tech S.h.i.e.L.D. watch and distracting the lovebirds away from the computer, Yelena gets a hit on Ramon as he was last seen in Baltimore. Yelena sets forth with her personal mission, but runs into Mac, who apparently is on a mission with Coulson to track down Daisy. Mac puts on the moves with Yelena, asking her to go out on a date, which she agrees to. As Coulson and Mac's Quinjet takes off, May drops in to inform Yelena that the director's credentials are missing.
And I have a theory where they are.
Yelena denies stealing anything, but May wants to talk about this more privately in the Quinjet.
I expected more from you, Elena. An enhanced person, a chance to do some good. But it turns out, you're a terrible spy.
Where is the love? The love? The love?
So after a quick interrogation, Yelena reluctantly returns the access card. May advises Rodriguez to be mindful of her sloppy work and that she would not tail Mace. Instead, May grants Rodriguez access to another Quinjet, which is headed to Baltimore, allowing her to move forward with her personal mission. Yelena quickly finds Ramon and botches his plans to leave the city. Oh, great! Looks like she caught herself the bad guy that she was looking for, and he's gonna get the justice that he deserves. So I guess this show's over, right?
It's a trap!
Oh, well, spoke too soon. So Yelena is now held captive by Ramon as he tries to sell an experimental weapon to the Watchdogs, a terrorist group that hunts down and kills Inhumans. Boy, Ramon sure knows how to keep good company. Luckily, Daisy crashes in, breaking up their meeting / private execution, and frees Yelena as they take down a few thugs and run for cover.
You got nowhere to go, Inhuman scum!
Well, that's just rude. Racist. Daisy provides Yelena some cover as she chases down Ramon for their final confrontation. But Yelena decides that she doesn't want to arrest Ramon, but rather kill him once and for all. Yelena then has a change of heart and decides not to kill Ramon in cold blood. However, coincidentally enough, one of the Watchdogs shoots Yelena from behind with the experimental laser gun as she uses her super speed to take it away from him, but the shot inadvertently vaporizes Ramon, killing him instantly. Well, I guess it saves her the trouble of paperwork then. So we're back in the present as Daisy helps Yelena delete any trace in S.h.i.e.L.D.'s database that she was ever in Baltimore to begin with. Yelena tells Daisy that she never killed Ramon because Coulson believed in her for doing the right thing.
A team.
And thus ends the very short miniseries Slingshot. It was okay, nothing grand or terrible, but just fine. I mean, it is an interesting perspective to see more character development to a supporting character on the show, but at the same time, a series like this should have been just a one-off episode and not 6 mini webisodes that are spread out with different people directing and writing it. Granted, I do like everything that I see in here, from the visuals to the mild action scenes and the small special effects that go along with it, and it did seem to pay off for actress Natalia Cordova-Buckley, who later became a regular in season 4 and having her web series win a Webby Award not too long ago. Overall, if you're a diehard fan of the show and the MCU, and if you want to kill 45 minutes of your time, then this is without a doubt the miniseries for you. To the casual watcher like myself, it's more of a meh quality, but it's not really wasting your time. Overall, I would have to give this series a pretty solid 3 out of 5. And with that said, I'd like to thank you all very much. I do apologize for this being a little bit shorter than usual. I got a few other things that I'm working on. And like I said before, if you guys are interested in supporting your fellow internet critics or your content creators, during this YouTube adpocalypse era, I highly recommend doing anything you can, most of which being the Patreon being the perfect way to go. I'm still working out a few more kinks on my Patreon page, but without a doubt, go check it out if you want, and donate whatever you can. Any amount, whether it be large or small, is greatly appreciated to someone like myself. And with that said, it's time for me to move on with a few more Patreon requests in the next review. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time on the BoobTube.